My handsome friend, get ready because it will take way longer than you want to hear. Hey guys, welcome back. It's going to take time. It's going to take longer than you anticipated. Everything in this life takes longer than you expect. It takes longer than you think. The universe has its process. All you can do is you give it in and let it occur naturally. It will work out for you if you let it. There are three areas that life often tests our patience many times. It's relationship, career, and health. Man, you just learn that knowledge about dating, about pickup, and then you go apply and you hope that you will get a girlfriend, or maybe you want to hook up with several girls, or you want to find your life partner and you anticipate that you will find that person within a month or maybe just less than a year. But it takes longer than you expected. After a year, 2 years, and you still haven't found a person that you thought that you would find by this time. But you still haven't found anybody yet, and you doubt the process. You thought like, this is not working. This is something wrong with it. But it's just the way that life takes longer than you expected. You thought that you would find your girlfriend, you will have a girlfriend within a year. But it takes 3 years and you still haven't found, and you doubt the process. I know it's hard, it's not easy. I've been there before and I know I will encounter it in the future again. It's so hard to stay in the course. It's so hard to be patient when we expect it to happen sooner. But this is just for your reminder that things will take longer than you expected. And when I say longer, it's way longer than you think. The same thing when you start a business idea. You thought that you start a side hustle and that you're so passionate about it. You told yourself that, man, I will gonna make money with this side hustle within a year, within 2 years, within 3 years. But after all of those times, you encounter failures after failures. You see setback after setback, and it's really discourage you from continue going for your dream and going for your goals. It's hard when you don't see a reward and all you see is just like hitting dead end after dead end. And it's tough. It's tough. I'm not sitting here saying easy, but it's hard to continue to be patient when you don't see results. Another aspect is health. Right? I mean, you want to get in shape and you put in the workout. You try this diet, but you can't quite see yourself losing weight. Or you can see yourself gaining muscle that you anticipated. You put in the work, you continue putting the work, but day after day, it's really discouraging you. You really got worn out. You really thinking that this is not working, and you find all the reason, you come up with all the excuses why you need to stop. In the journey to getting the life you want, it will take longer than you want it. I told myself that I will not stop recording podcasts until I hit 5 years mark and see what happened. I think that the more I go, I will have to continue. I will continue. But at least I will continue 5 years and see what happened. It will not be easy. I mean, I have days that when I don't feel like I want to record at all. It just feels very discouraged when you put in the work and you expect to see a result. But you don't see any result fast enough. It's really discouraging you. And we are human beings. We love comparing ourselves. Like, we have a tendency to compare ourselves with other people around you, and especially on social media. You keep constantly seeing the success of the highlight of other people's life on the social media. And it's really discouraging you because you were thinking, am I doing something wrong here? Am I doing the right method? It's so hard because you know that you learn from the successful people. You apply some of it and you expect it to have some result, but the result doesn't look like what you're looking for. It still haven't come to the result that you want. The result haven't come fast enough, and self-doubt kick in. You let the self-doubt come into your mind day after day. It's really wearing you down, and it's hard to continue. But let me tell you this, progress is like you planting a tree. When you planting a tree, you watering it daily, but you don't see it grow really fast enough. But you have to water it daily for it to grow. But if you're watching it daily, you don't see progress. You don't see it growing big. But you know that it's growing. It's the same thing with us. The same thing with the thing that you want to accomplish in life. We have to put in daily work. Yes, you don't see a significant result right away, but we have to trust that the progress is working. It's working underneath. We don't see it, but we have to keep putting the work. The same thing with a tree. We don't see it growing. We don't see it changing daily, but we know it's changing it. The only way you can see it growing and see it a significant difference is when you looking back from a few years later. When you're looking back from a few years later, you're like, man, now you see a tree growing different. It's way bigger than 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And you actually glad that you actually watering it daily. But if you give up because you don't see it growing, a tree will die. And it's the same thing with your progress. The thing that you wanted, you have to put in the work daily even when you don't see it. If you stop putting in the work, you may feel a sense of release now. But in the next few years, you will regret. You will never experience a taste of success. You will never experience a feeling of happiness because you give up now. I guarantee you, a few years later, you will look back and you will so glad that you keep going and that you put in the work daily, even when you don't feel like it. So whenever you don't see a result come fast enough, reminding yourself of this example, you have to put in a work daily. You have to put in effort daily. It's like a tree. You won't see it until a few years later, but you know that you have to trust that it's working underneath. You have to trust that. You have to keep going because the chances are that you will stumble on something, especially when you are least expecting it. And that something could change your life forever. That's something that you waiting for so long, it can happen at any moment. That's why you need to take daily action. Because you never know when a time will come. But if you stop it and sit at home, you will never stumble on something. The only way that you stumble on something, the only way that the miracle happens is when you keep going and keep trying and keep putting the work. That's the only way for the miracle to happen. Your future self will really appreciate you. Remember this. The longer it takes, the greater satisfaction you will experience later. So the really main message that I want to tell you today is, when you feel rushed, when you feel discouraged, when your mind go all over the places and when your mind feel like crazy, when your mind telling you like, I can't wait anymore. This is the reminder for you to stay calm, a reminder for you to relax. You are in progress. You will get there someday. Be patient. I know you don't want to hear this fucking two words that I also hated. Be patient. I fucking hate this as well. But we must embrace it. It's going to take time, but it's going to happen. Let me say it again. It's going to take time. It's going to take way longer than you anticipated, but it's going to happen. Don't feel discouraged. Stay positive. Stay calm. Relax. You are in progress. You will arrive at your destination one day. And when that day comes, you will so glad that you not give up today. That you continue to put in the work when you don't see it. I know it's not easy to put in the work when you already anticipate, when you think that by this time you should have a great girlfriend. But you still have to go out there and socialize and make new friends. I know. By this time, your business already take off and you should be relaxed and take as many vacations as you want. But you still have to put in the work. I know it's so hard. I know by this time you should have the body that you desire and you should have the body that you want. But at this time, everything is stagnant and you still have to go work out. I know it's really hard. Because nobody will support you, like nobody will trust in you. Like I know that, I have that feeling. So that's why it's so important that you trust in yourself. And that's you have to be your biggest fan. You need you, not anybody else. Let me give you this encouragement. I am also your biggest fan. I believe in you. I trust that you will arrive at your destination someday. Let me know what are the things that you are get discouraged recently. Let me know how long have you been working on the thing that you wanted but you don't see result. This is your reminder to stay calm, to relax, to trust the process. I believe in you, but more importantly, you must believe in yourself. Remember, it's going to take time, but it's going to happen. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode and got a value out of it. And if you did, please share with at least one friend that you know and share on your social media. That will help a lot of people find me. And don't forget that you guys are awesome. And until next time, thank you.